Senate Republicans had heated words for Anthony Fauci. President Trump has big plans for Dulles Airport. And there are surprising ways you can cut microplastics from your diet. That's some of what we'll get to on The 7 from The Washington Post. I'm Hannah Jewell. It's Thursday, July 30th. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. Number 1. The U.S. launched a new wave of airstrikes against Iran. According to defense officials, U.S. forces last night hit dozens of targets affiliated with Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. It followed an Iranian ballistic missile attack one night earlier on U.S. military positions. Officials say that attack was stopped by air defenses. President Trump said earlier yesterday that the U.S. would hit Iran in retaliation hard.
We gotta smack them a little bit.
But last night's strikes stopped short of recent threats Trump has made to target Iran's infrastructure, including bridges and power plants. The latest exchange of hostilities marked a new setback in efforts to reach a ceasefire deal to end the war. And it comes as the conflict is rapidly depleting American stockpiles of weapons. Senate Republicans tore into Anthony Fauci at a congressional hearing. That's number 2. For almost 3 hours yesterday, Republicans grilled the former government scientist at a hearing focused on the origins of the COVID-19 pandemic and whether Fauci had previously lied under oath to Congress. Again and again, Fauci gave the same response.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution.
Fauci delivered variations of that answer more than 100 times yesterday. In his opening remarks, he explained that he believed the committee chairman, Senator Rand Paul, was trying to trap him.
The only conclusion I can reach is that the sole reason he is calling me before this committee is to get me to say something, anything, that could vindicate his repeated public pledges that I end up, in his words, quote, behind bars, unquote.
Paul, in return, threatened to hold Fauci in contempt. Other Senate Republicans also took the opportunity to lay into Fauci, at times mocking and insulting him. Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri called Fauci a liar and a narcissist.
I mean, through all of this, you want to be the most famous scientist in the world. You were so focused on getting every award and every drop of cash that you could, all because you wanted to be on TV. You wanted to be the sun god of science. You wanted to be the guy who was in charge of it all.
Democrats, meanwhile, praised Fauci as a hero and thanked him for his work fighting infectious diseases. Number 3. A key vote on Todd Blanche's Attorney General nomination was postponed. Blanche is Trump's former personal lawyer. Last month, the president nominated him to lead the Justice Department. But Trump's plan hit a setback yesterday. The Senate committee weighing Blanche's nomination postponed a key vote. The delay came amid a standoff between the Trump administration and 2 Republican senators who threatened to withhold their support. The postponement is a further indication that congressional Republicans are becoming more willing to stand up to Trump on key matters. It also leaves the fate of Blanche's nomination uncertain. Most Americans say they would not back a Democratic Socialist candidate for president. That's number 4. The Democratic Party is debating how to win mass appeal ahead of the 2028 presidential election. One faction of the left, the Democratic Socialists of America, has amassed tens of thousands of new dues-paying members. And several Democratic Socialists or candidates affiliated with the movement have won primaries in cities and congressional districts. That energy could impact who Democrats choose as their presidential candidate for 2028. But a post-Ipsos poll found that while 3 in 4 Democrats say they would be open to supporting a Democratic Socialist for president, less than half of all Americans say they would vote for such a candidate. The poll also indicates, though, some confusion about what being a Democratic Socialist actually means. Democrats are more likely to describe democratic socialism as standing for economic equality, helping ordinary people, and expanding social programs. Republicans, though, are more apt to mention communism, Marxism, or government control. President Trump unveiled a multi-billion-dollar makeover of Dulles International Airport. That's our fifth story. For months, Trump has been hearing pitches in the Oval Office from rival construction and design firms and looking at mock-up designs for how to redo Dulles. Yesterday, he unveiled his sweeping plan to remake the airport, which he edited himself. It features new terminals, underground trains, moving walkways, and, of course, gold-accented decor. The president didn't mince words about why he thought the redesign was necessary.
Whether you're a Republican or Democrat, you don't want to go and be subjected to this airport, because this airport is it's a terrible place to be. And it's going to be, I believe it'll be rated within a few years, it'll be rated the best airport in the country. So it's going to be so efficient. Right now, it's totally inefficient between the trams and the Star Wars thing that they call it the Star Wars and elevated buses. And
one of his most noteworthy plans, alluded to there as Star Wars things, is getting rid of the airport's infamous people carriers. If you've ever arrived at Dulles after a red-eye and crammed into one of them, that might not be the worst news you've ever heard. The renovation project is estimated to cost more than $20 billion and take years to complete. Number 6. Some simple changes can help you reduce your exposure to microplastics. Studies have shown that even healthy, nutritious foods can be contaminated by microplastics. When these accumulate inside your body, they can increase your risk of problems like heart disease. And microplastics also carry chemicals that have been linked to high blood pressure, infertility, and some cancers. Thankfully, there are ways you can cut your exposure. Post-nutrition reporter Anahad O'Connor shared 6 of them. For one thing, you can stop using a blender with a plastic cup. Unfortunately, a study found that high-speed plastic blenders can release micro and nanoplastics into your food. So swap it for a stainless steel or glass blender cup. It might also surprise you to know that food and drink cans are often lined with plastic to prevent corrosion. These plastic linings can seep into the things we eat and drink. A good alternative, if you're into beans or chickpeas, is to buy dried foods instead. For the rest of our tips on avoiding microplastics, follow the link in today's 7 newsletter. And at number 7. Everyone's talking about relationship attachment styles, but they're getting them all wrong. Attachment theory is all over TikTok. People are invoking labels such as anxious, avoidant, and secure to explain why their relationships thrive or fail. Amir Levine is a psychiatrist who helped popularize the concept of attachment styles 15 years ago. He says much of the public conversation about attachment styles has drifted away from the science. According to Levine, attachment styles are neither personality types nor destinies. Instead, they are patterns that can vary across relationships and evolve over time. That means you can change them, and the main thing to focus on is security. Studies have shown that's the key ingredient to a successful relationship. You need security from your partner, but you also need to give it back. Levine says the way to do that is to be consistent, available, responsive, reliable, and predictable. He has an acronym for it, CARP. So get out there and CARP today. All right, you're all caught up. Just as I tell you to be consistent, available, responsive, reliable, and predictable, I am off for a long weekend. I swear I'm not being avoidant. I'll be back on Tuesday. Our relationship will survive and thrive. I'm Hannah Jewell. The rest of the team will meet you back here tomorrow.